There! That's the last of the pandas.
All checked and accounted for?
Oh, I don't have to. They all have names, and I can even recognize them by scent. They even come when I call them. Idiots.
Doesn't that make it hard to kill them for fuel?
Nope, not even a little bit. Come here, Yin Yang. There, see? I feel nothing. You want me to kill another one? You look like you don't care.
Oh, I don't really. I just can't help but think we're missing something with all this Nacho and Gaspar stuff. What is Nacho's motivation? Why is he doing this to all of us?
Well, I did just find him on Craigslist.
There just has to be a reason.
Hey, buck up, little buddy. We'll figure it out. I promise. We are going to find your man by any means necessary. And I'm a supervillain, so when I say by any means necessary, I mean murder.
Thank you, Proco. What is that face for?
I really want to kill another panda.
Oh, shut up. Fine.
Oh, Darcy!
Scout! I need to talk to you. This job has turned out to be a lot more than I bargained for. I thought I was going to be helping people, saving lives.
Well, you ended up not being very good at that.
I want a paycheck.
No.
Come on, it sucks being an intern. I've completely run out of money, so I had to call my dad. But every time I ask him for money, he just sends me raw materials and tells me to make something of myself. So I've actually got some lumber and masonry in the lobby that need to go somewhere.
Well, it sounds like you're all ready for a rousing game of Catan.
With Nacho gone, we do have a bit of extra money to pay him.
Nacho never took a paycheck.
No, but the things he asked for in return for him working here were very expensive to acquire.
Well, do you think he can do Nacho's job?
Anything at all. I'm desperate. What was Nacho's job exactly?
He answered the door.
I can do that.
He was also the only one here who knew how to give abortions. We get a lot of those here.
Well, I can answer the door.
There was one other thing Nacho did. He was always the one to pick up deliveries. He was really quick about it. It never even felt like he left the house, actually.
Oh, well, I have a van. I can pick up deliveries. It was supposed to be for touring with my band, but for some reason the Adrian Glorp experiment experience never took off, so it's just been sitting on my lawn. Oh my god, I left the band in the van! Shit! They're just kids!
Here's your mail, Mr. Hats. It looks like some sort of package. And also, I'm pretty sure this letter has somebody's teeth in it. So you probably want to open it first.
Just hand me the package, Lerald. You can just leave the rest of my mail in the garbage.
What is it?
Well, it's some kind of book. The Book of Skug. Sure is an awfully beautiful looking book. Such nice leather. And the stitching.
Oh, that looks like one of those books they gave us at cult camp.
Do you mean like church camp?
Nope. My family sent me to a camp owned and operated by the only religious group ever to choose to identify as a cult. Or so I'm told. I don't remember anything in the before times.
Huh. Well, this book doesn't concern me. The two of us need to put our heads together and come up with some way to build a lot of housing really fast. I'd only ever planned to rent this land out as timeshares and Airbnbs for the next couple decades. I wasn't prepared for an influx of people like this. But we could make it into the next San Francisco.
The next Frisco?
The next San Fran.
Even Cisco?
Yeah, just like Frickety Frack. Fratch and Samania Frisky. Sammy Sosa Costco. Yes, it could be huge. That's why I need you to do some location scouting.
I'm on it, Mr. Hats.
I am sorry about that, Dr. Malice.
No. I see what you mean. That guy is a lot to take in.
Yeah, well, if you sit perfectly still, he can't see you, so thank you for just sitting quietly in the corner while he dropped off my mail. I didn't even send him to do anything real. He has no idea how to scout for locations, but trying to figure that out will keep him occupied for a few hours. So let's talk about this game plan you've got for putting this town on the map.
Mr. Hats, let's talk about the word expansion. What does expansion mean to you?
Expensive downloadable content!
I like where your head is at, but no. To me, it is not just about stretching your city limits. It's about building resources, becoming a self-sustaining empire. Look at this map here. You see all this untamed wilderness on the outskirts of town? Well, there's your empire, ripe for the picking.
What are you suggesting?
I've already taken care of everything. Soon you'll have everything you need to build this little beach town into a metropolitan wonderland.
Get back here, Darcy! You stupid land orca! Oh, when I catch you, I'm going to use you to power my Game Boy!
Proco, could you please do that in the other room?
Why?
I am trying to pay your bills right now. Oh, and do your taxes. Oh, and keep up with these seemingly random inventory deductions every time you kill these pandas for sport.
I'm sorry, Scout. I didn't mean to break your concentration.
No, I'm sorry, Proco. I quit drinking today and I'm a little on edge.
No, I, Darcy the Panda, am sorry. My days spent running through the jungles of China are long behind me. It is no longer my place to fight the hunt anymore. I'm willing to accept my death with grace and humility.
Ha! I got her! You know, Scout, if you're feeling on edge, you can take the day off.
No, I can't. These bills have to be paid today. There was a lot of damage done yesterday. All of those people really did a number on the place. A lot of it's going to have to be replaced.
Well then, maybe this is a good opportunity to test the waters with Adrian. We can send him in his van.
Yeah, sure, I guess. Call him on the intercom.
It'll be just like with Nacho! Adrian, would you please step into my office? it's actually nothing like Nacho.
Oh, good news, guys. The band is still alive. They weren't even in the van. Most of them were at work and kinda upset that I tracked them down after abandoning them. One of them threw their dog at me. Their dog! What did you need?
We need some things picked up. And Scout and I thought this would be a great job for you and your van.
Yes! I am so on it! What am I picking up?
There's a few things. I made you a list.
Oh, cool, a list. What's a Dorian Ultra Premium Male Love Doll?
Sorry, wrong list. Here.
Yellow cake uranium, 4 drums of pure mercury, a Sumatran rat monkey. Where am I gonna pick this stuff up?
We normally get all the supplies for Proco's evil inventions at this little shop on the outskirts of town. It's part of the reason why we founded the evil lair here off the coast of Nebraska. He's the only wholesale black market supplier on the Midwestern coast.
We go way back.
Flashback. All I'm saying is that if we'd stopped for gas at any point on the trip, we wouldn't have broken down in the middle of nowhere.
And all I'm saying is that if you fill your car with enough water, you can literally make it do anything.
Well, you're definitely wrong about that, so hopefully this little shop has some gasoline or we're completely screwed.
Is there anybody even in here? Hello?
I'm getting some seriously bad vibes from this place.
Oh, calm down. That means that whoever owns this establishment is our kind of people. Maybe they're in the back office here.
I don't think you should go in there. It says employees only.
Clearly, this is an invitation to break the rules. It's a test! The owner is trying to filter out people who aren't evil enough, and the real shop is behind this door.
Boy, you are just par for the course for being wrong today.
Just as I suspected! Here's the real shop! See? It was a riddle!
Yes! It was a riddle! A riddle you were only able to solve because you think like an evil genius! Welcome to my store!
I knew it! What do we win?
You are allowed to shop here!
What exactly do you sell here?
Evil genius stuff! Death rays, human-sized cages! I've got a few copies of the Necronomicon. You have no idea what it took to print copies of that on human flesh. I had to set the printer to cardstock. Yuck!
Well, that's all very cool, but we're in desperate need of gasoline. Our car is empty.
Oh, yes, I see. Breaking down in the middle of the desert. You see a small shop. You think, oh, there must be gasoline in there. Well, you're wrong. I mean, you're right. I do have it. Wait there. Okay, I'm back. Here it is. That will be 50 million rupees.
I've got $10.
Payment accepted. But
In addition to the $10, you must also grant me one favor to be taken at the time of my choosing.
Sure, whatever. Can we just go?
Not before I learn your names.
I'm Scout, and this is Proctologist Nefarious.
Yes, but my friends call me Proco. Well, Proctologist Nefarious and Scout, my name is Jesus. Cool. Well, we'll be back. Thank you. Wonderful shop.
I'm really glad you decided to come along, Fontoon.
Are you kidding me? I've been trapped between dimensions. I'm ready to do something normal for a change. A trip to the boonies sounds like exactly what I need. That and a huge line of speed.
Well, in any case, I'll need help carrying all the groceries.
I must admit, I'm curious to see this shop full of evil genius curiosities.
I'm surprised something like it exists, to be honest.
Trust me, when you live in a place like this, it's good to expect everything. I didn't expect that!
Are you okay, Fontoon?
Am I still alive? Shit. What happened?
It looked like the engine exploded.
Well, let's go outside and assess the damage.
Here's the problem. My old bassist left his bass in the engine. Wow. What a mess. Well, there is no fixing this. I think we might have to call roadside assistance. Here, give me your cell phone.
Well, I hardly use the thing, but go for it.
Fontoon, that's an old-timey typewriter.
I'm not getting an electric one with one of those automatic ink ribbons. They're basically cyborgs. That's how you get enslaved by the machines.
Well, I guess we're just totally screwed. I can't afford to pay my phone bill, so I don't have a phone either.
Wait, here comes the car. I'll flag him down. Wait, we need help. Stop.
Oh my God! Fontoon!
Oh, man! Oh, that maniac just jumped right out in front of me!
I'm fine. I'm okay. One of the side effects of being interdimensional. I can take all sorts of blows like that. But if the blow would kill me, it kills some other Fontoon in some other dimension.
This is confusing.
Yeah, you get used to it. Hey, could you help us out? Our car broke down and we're trying to get to... Well, we're trying to get here.
Oh, really? Well, what a coincidence. That's exactly where I'm going.
No way. Fontoon, did you hear that?
My leg! It's not supposed to bend this way.
Weird. Say, could we ride with you in your truck?
I don't see why not. Okay, here we are. And guys, I just want to say I really appreciate you sitting quietly while those state troopers searched my cargo and found all those caches of illegal weaponry. I'm sorry I had to watch them die.
What else is new?
Well, I've got to get on the job site.
Job site? Do you work here?
I'm a contractor, so right now I do.
Is this place under renovation or something?
You could say that. We're tearing it down and building an exact replica of the same building. But it'll be a coffee shop instead. And a poke restaurant. And gelato fusion creamery. And condos. Lots and lots of condos.
Proco's not gonna like this. Do you have a phone I could use?
What? You're asking me this now?
Well, it's a simple question.
You made me drive you all the way here when you could have just asked me if I had a phone? Here, take it. I don't want it anymore. Hello, Proco's Proctology.
Scout, we've got a situation. The shop you sent me to. It's not here anymore. They're tearing it down to build a coffee shop.
What? That's impossible. Jesus is a staple of the community. The coast needs him and his filthy black market money.
Scout! What are you doing here? I had to get the mail myself. We got some sort of book and some teeth. Is this always what it's like getting the mail?
Yes. Proco, I have Adrian on the line. Jesus' place has been torn down.
What? Move over! Adrian, find out who's responsible for this. Scout, we need to find Jesus. Okay, but seriously, track him down. Adrian, would you please get the I am never going to get a handle on this. I'll get it. Nefarious! I have come to reclaim that favor! Jesus? Scout! I found Jesus!
Okay. Serious time now. I have been evicted from my shop, and I need to move everything here. Anywhere is fine, thank you, Ralph.
Now, just a minute. You can't just move in.
Sure I can. I can do whatever the hell I want. Be careful with that, Ralph.
Jesus, I can appreciate that you need a place to stay, but this is a little sudden, don't you think?
Oh, no, not at all. I gave you at least 10 years warning that I'd be showing up unannounced and asking for a favor.
He did say that all those years ago, Scout. You have to give him that.
Well, it's not like we don't have the extra room. There's hundreds of rooms not being used in the layer.
Oh, well, then we'll have to add even more rooms. The Ralphs are moving in, too.
The Ralphs?
You may have noticed these stitched-up beauties carrying in on my luggage. A little pet project of mine. I made them out of unwanted children in the foster program with asbestos for stuffing. 6 feet of pure, unmitigated work ethic. You can tell them to do anything and they'll just do it. Ralph, do a somersault into that bookshelf.
Okie dokie, holy smoky. Why didn't you sell these at your store? I've been cashing out my urges for violence on my pandas, and I need those for fuel.
I was about to, actually. It was all a big secret. I'm afraid I made a terrible mistake with that. I sold out, Proco. I signed a huge distribution deal to put one of these Ralphs in every Walmart in America. But those fucking suits played me like a didgeridoo. They claimed legal ownership of my business and shut down my entire operation. So I took the Ralphs with me and, well, here I am.
Well, not if I have anything to say about it. Come with me.
Where are we going, Proco?
We're going to the Death Ray control room. We're going to wipe that corporate smear off the face of the earth and give Jesus back his shop. Here we are. Routing computer on. Stabilizers calibrated. Now all I need is a target. By the way, who am I taking down?
All right, Fontoon. Keep your eyes peeled for any identifying marks we can use to figure out who's behind this construction project.
What makes you think there's going to be any kind of identifying marks?
My dad works in big business, and if he's taught me anything, it's that branding is crucial to the development game. Someone out there wants you to know they're responsible for this project.
Look here. Does this logo mean anything to you? Squim Squash?
Squim Squash? Oh, you bet it does. Proco and I have even been to their shipping and distribution office. They tried to enslave us to make more Squim Squash.
It sounds like this is an evil corporation with absolutely no moral boundaries.
Yeah, there's no telling how far they'll go to make more Squim Squash.
That's a lot of Squim Squash.
Okay, we need to stop saying Squim Squash because I'm incredibly addicted. But why are they developing coffee shops and condos off the coast of Nebraska? Hey, look. Is that Larold over by the shop? Yeah, he's holding a clipboard. Boy, he looks official.
If I remember correctly, Scout said he works for Action Hats Joejetson.
Could Action Hats be involved in this?
Of course he is. He's trying to capitalize on this huge population spike after the dimensional gates were destroyed.
And he's using Squim Squash as an investor.
Did you notice how you asked a question and the universe just answered it in detail for you? That's not normal.
It's the apocalypse! God. Was that a death ray?
The shop's been blown to smithereens!
I love that word.
Blown?
It's the cell phone. Proco?
Oh, good, Adrian. I just realized I did something horrifically reckless and fired my death ray on your exact coordinates. I'm glad you're not dead.
You did what?
I probably should have made this phone call and then fired my death ray. Oh, well, ADHD, what are you gonna do?
Proco, before you fired your death ray, Fontoon and I pieced together what's been going on here. Larold pulled up in his car.
Harold, did I get him?
I don't know, probably.
Yeah!
But Fontoon and I think that Action Hats Joejetson is trying to build up the town.
Proco! Can you hear me?
It's on speaker, Fontoon.
Your phone is so small.
Just
Where does the paper even go?
talk normally.
Proco! I warned you about this! Action Hats Joejetson is a megalomaniac! He is willing to tear down landmarks to perfect his town! It's only a matter of time before he comes after your lair!
What?
But we have good news. We know where Action Hats is getting all his money. One of the boxes we found over here had the Squim Squash logo on it.
What?
Focus, Proco. That means that you can destroy them and stop Action Hats from building this town. Are you crying?
I'm just so proud of you, Adrian. You're becoming so evil. Come home and I'll let you fire the death ray.
All right, we're here, Proco.
So, this is the Death Ray control room. In all my years of knowing you, Proco, I've never actually seen where all the action happens.
Well, there hasn't been a lot of action lately. Thank you for walking back. I didn't want to have to drive all the way out there to pick you up. Ugh.
What is that?
It's the video screen. Someone's hailing us.
So, you think you can get away with destroying my property? Why, you're in direct violation of large law.
Smellula!
Smellula?
Wait a minute, I thought Smellula was dead.
No, of course, remember? That was the news anchor in disguise. Smellula was never even at the party.
Yes, he had distracted me that night to take my place at the party by telling me that scientists had discovered a new species of dinosaur in Argentina. So I rushed over to investigate, but alas, it was a wild goose chase. The dinosaur was dead.
Bummer.
Get to the point, Smellula!
Oh, don't play dumb. Oh, you really don't know. Proco, I own Swim Squash. You destroyed my property, and now I must retaliate.
You own Squim Squash?
Proco, that means Action Hat's Joejetson is in league with Smellula. My god, things are worse than I thought.
Mark my words, Proco. Revenge is coming.
The Fiend!
Well, we'll just have to up security and be wary of any attacks.
Sometimes I forget this place is a lair for an evil genius. I didn't know you had the fancy video call system for talking to other supervillains.
It's just Skype.
Proco! The Ralphs have organized the pandas in alphabetical order. They're taking a break by riding your transportational device down to the lab over and over again. They just love that funky music. Who is this?
Oh, Adrian! This is Jesus! He showed up looking for a place to stay. He and his army of flesh-walking servants are going to be living with us until we get this whole situation under control. Whoopee!
Yes, I was thinking the Ralphs could take over doing some of the more menial tasks in the lair that Nacho used to do. What better way to replace someone who seemed to be able to be in more than one place at a time than with an army of minions?
So you're not gonna need my van after all?
No, that's okay, Adrian.
Oh, thank God! Because I have a really bad habit of pushing cars into volcanoes when they become more trouble than they're worth. So that's what Fontoon and I did on the walk back. Holy crap-a-moly! What happened to my coffee shop? It's been completely destroyed!
I suppose I should have factored this in.
What? Factored what in?
Look at the charred earth. The perfectly singed circle. This was from a death ray.
What? What are you saying?
What I'm saying is I think I know who's responsible for this.
Of course! Poor management.
What? No! You have an evil genius living in this town, fronting as a family doctor. His name is Proctologist Nefarious.
Proctologist Nefarious, huh? Any, relation to you, Dr. Malice?
No, it's just a coincidence. He goes by the name Proco.
Proco? Wasn't that the guy with the whale? Yes! That's the guy that you and Larold live next door to! Here, let me call Larold. Wait, shh. I hear it. He must be close by.
You're standing in him.
Ew, that's gross.
Hey there, everyone. Thanks for joining me, Jeremy Vellucci, the creator of the Suburban Proctologist Podcast, for another episode of me, the Suburban Proctologist Podcast. It feels good to get another episode out, but I've been really busy. I've had to moisturize all of my birds. And life is hard. I think life would be a lot better if we were all made out of eggshells. Then people would be all like, whoa, don't touch me. I'm an egg. Anyway, it's very important to me that you follow our Facebook page, Suburban Proctologist Official. You can also... I fucking hate that part of the music clip, by the way. I don't know why I put that shit in, but there it is. You can also email the Suburban Proctologist Podcast at subprocpodcast@gmail.com. All these are great ways to get in touch with me if you're trying to access my bank account for illegal transactions. The show is very important to me, and I'm hoping to one day get it animated. And I have some other important shows that I'd like to talk about. The Fake Nerd Podcast. If you've been listening, you're probably already familiar with the Fake Nerd Podcast, but it's a great nerd culture hub for reviews and interviews and news, really all the U's. And the other show that I'd like to talk about is a newer show called Sad Planet by my friend Colin Masteller, and you can find that on YouTube. It's not actually a podcast. He does everything. He's a brilliant musician. He posts music on that page. He does sort of like vlogger-style comedy. I mean, it's a whole pantheon of content, really. And, of course, I'd like to thank Sam Five and Pi Geron for their help in the episode. Sam Five, of course, does a bunch of script consulting, and he does writing with me sometimes. And he really checks my continuity a lot. And then, of course, Pi Geron is playing Dr. Malice, and he does some of the same stuff, too. And I send them mixes, and they get to hear the show. So thank you, guys. And that's it. So if you want to keep listening to the show, just do it.